First of all, I'd like to say thank you to you. Because you didn't have to accept this. You could have just said, no, I'm not going to do it. You have been the king of comedy as long as we've had one. Matter of fact, the whole phrase, king of comedy, can be attributed to you. And I am honored that you would allow me to share the same stage as you. I don't know why people made this a championship bout. And I don't know why you was okay with that. And I want to apologize for what's going to happen.
Who is this nigga?
But the second that you
Jim
get
Jones.
on stage, the second that you get off stage, I need you to understand that that's your final time as the king of comedy.
What the fuck?
Water seeks its own level. You can't stop it, Playboy. It is what it is. So I hope you're ready. I hope you got a team of writers. You're going to need about 6 or 7 of them.
Wow.
They're going to need a couple cups of coffee. They're probably going to need some illegalities. But the one thing that's not going to happen, you're not going to beat me. It's not possible. The only thing you could do is forfeit. And I know you must have been happy when it looked like Katt Williams wasn't going to show up. But anytime you count me out, you miscounted. I think you understand that. I want you to tell your people. I want you to put it on your radio station. I want you to let them know that this is a fight you can't win. And that they shouldn't expect it. And maybe you'll get on stage and maybe you'll tell people this is not a championship bout at all. Maybe you can pretend like this is just you handing off the crown to me. And then we can do it civilized. But I remember when you didn't even know who Katt Williams was. And you was on your radio station asking people, who is Katt Williams? It wasn't until you found out that you couldn't really handle me that you decided to be friendly with me. But as soon as you got the opportunity to think I was weak, oh, you got a little bass in your voice. Well, let me explain something to you. You can bring the nation. You can bring Rashawn McDonald. You can bring everybody who listens to your radio show. They gonna see the truth. And its name is Katt Williams.
The show is New Year's Eve.
Oh my
we
God.
have to have Steve Harvey call in.
We
gotta go. Be calling in to rectify this situation, to address.
What started the beef? I don't know, man. You know, I've always been cool with Katt. He said in an interview that back in L.A. when I didn't know who he was, I mean, you know, I understand that I didn't know who he was when I was on the radio in L.A. You know, he hadn't been in any movies or anything. And, you know, the brother was just not that known, but he was talking about me in the clubs. And I just asked on the radio, whoever Katt Williams is, to call me. He called me. You know, he straightened it out. We became friends. We've been cool ever since. So I thought. And now, you know, all of this here, man. But at the end of the day, here's the deal. When I get to Detroit New Year's Eve, I've done one thing for 23 years. Mm-hmm. I've bred it. I put the butter on my bread with jokes for 23 years. I have 5 DVDs out, and on now one of the DVDs is it the same subject matter or the same sentence on 5 DVDs.
Wow.
So when I get to Detroit, man, I'm gonna bring the same heat that I've been. And I got news for you. When I get to Detroit, I will tell no jokes that's on any of the 5 previous DVDs.
Wow.
I got another hour and a half.
Wow. Wow.
So
is he in trouble, Steve? Is he in trouble?
I'm not saying he's in trouble, but I'm saying this right here, Jamie. My granddaddy taught me this right here. A dog don't bark at parked cars.
Hey, Steve.
Let him finish. Go, Steve. Go now.
A dog don't bark at parked cars. A dog only bark at a car that's moving and going somewhere.
Oh, wow. Shit.
Wow. That's an analogy for you right there.
That's an analogy for you.
I have another one for you.
Yes.
It is a common thing for a dog to bark up at the moon. But if the moon barks back at the dog becomes famous.
Oh, God. Wow. So you are the moon.